Welcome again. This is Loch on Dialysis. As usual, we're going to dive into matters dialysis. But before we do that, take five seconds of your time to subscribe to this channel. When you're diagnosed with kidney failure, your life changes forever. There are some things that you have to stop doing. There are some favorite foods that maybe you liked before you came down with kidney failure that you love to stop eating. There are places you cannot go. There are generally things you cannot do. So in this video, I'm going to explain to you some of the things that I had to stop doing when I was diagnosed with kidney failure. It's a life-changing condition, and you have to sacrifice a lot of things for you to stay alive, literally. So some of the things I had to stop doing. Number one, I had to stop eating foods with high potassium. I had to stop eating food with high potassium. Dialysis doesn't remove potassium as efficient as a healthy kidney. High potassium can cause heart problems or even cardiac arrest. So if your potassium levels are imbalanced in your system, especially if potassium is very high, you run a very high risk of developing cardiac arrest. Examples of high potassium foods are bananas, avocados, oranges, potatoes, spinach. Actually, I lost a friend the other like 2 weeks ago, who liked eating bananas and avocados. She could even come to the dialysis center carrying bananas. Before she starts the session, she had to eat bananas and avocados, which was very dangerous. The doctor said advised her against it, but it was unfortunate. She passed on. Another thing that I had stopped doing when I was diagnosed with kidney failure, or rather I was instructed to start dialysis, I had to stop eating foods with high phosphorus. You see, foods with high phosphorus, since your kidneys are not working properly, kidneys cannot get rid of phosphorus in your body since they are not working properly. Yeah? So now, when you have a lot of phosphorus in the body and your calcium goes down, that means you'll have very weak bones. Weak bones, very brittle. A small thing can make you break your bone. Maybe just eating a carb or eating a pavement can just break your finger or your toe. Or you're just walking and someone pushes you, maybe overestimating your stamina. You'll end up just breaking your bone. And also you start having itchy skin. Yeah? When phosphorus is very high, you start having itchy skin. You itch like bad. It's a bad experience, let me tell you. Itchy skin, mostly, you'll experience itchy skin at night. For me, I used to experience it at night. At night, I itch a lot. And it's the kind of itchy skin that you cannot control. So, I was told to avoid certain types of foods that are very high in phosphorus. This included all dairy products, milk, yogurt, cheese, all those dairy products. I was instructed to stop taking them. And also nuts. Nuts are groundnuts, cashew nuts, all those nuts. I had to stop eating them. And also beans. I had to stop eating beans also. I had to stop also eating colas. All that I had to stop because they are very high in phosphorus and can be detrimental to your bones when you are on dialysis, that is. The third thing that I had to stop doing when I was placed on dialysis, I had to stop drinking too much fluid or water. You see, damaged kidneys cannot remove excess fluids. And fluid overload can cause high blood pressure, swelling, or fluid in the lungs. You see, that's a very, very dangerous thing to happen to you, especially if you have fluid in your lungs. Yeah. So you're supposed to restrict your fluid intake. That is what I was instructed by the doctors. Actually, by fluid they mean all liquids. Whether you take tea, whether you take juice, whether you take water, even if you're eating a fruit. You see, fruits like watermelon, they are 90+% water. So even when you're eating a watermelon, it counts as fluids, okay? All these fluids include water, juice, soups, even ice cubes. You see ice cubes, the frozen ice cubes, those ones are water. You see, and also watermelons. Watermelons contain a lot of water. You're also supposed to limit the intake of watermelons. The other thing that I had to stop doing when I was placed on dialysis is buying over-the-counter medication, especially painkillers. I know painkillers is what we all abuse. I had to stop taking any medication over the counter. If I want any medication for pain management or anything, I have to consult my doctor, because medications over the counter, especially painkillers like diclofenac, Action, Maramoja, all those painkillers can actually damage your kidney further, and also cause many other complications when you are doing dialysis. You see, also I was told to never miss even a single dialysis session. Dialysis is a life-saving process. Skipping sessions can lead to toxin build-up in your body. It can also lead to excess fluid, and it can also lead to very severe complication, and in the worst cases, it can lead to death. So, you're not supposed to miss your dialysis sessions. I have never missed a dialysis session before. Even when SHA was misbehaving, I had to find other ways of paying for my dialysis, of which it's very expensive, because if you're paying cash, one session is around 7,500 per session. So if you're doing 2 sessions per week and you don't have insurance or don't have SHA, that means you'll have to cough like 15,000 per week, because now you have to go twice. So I was instructed to never miss even one session of dialysis. So I was also instructed not to stop eating processed foods and fast foods, because these foods are very high in sodium and phosphorus additives. These phosphorus additives and sodium are very dangerous for dialysis patients. People can actually die from eating these fast foods and eating processed foods when you are on dialysis, because sodium is very high. You know how they preserve these processed foods? They preserve it using MSG mostly, which is very dangerous for dialysis patients, and they had additives that contain a lot of phosphorus, which is still very dangerous for dialysis patients. Also, once you're placed on dialysis, if you are a smoker or you used to drink liquor, you have to stop it immediately. For me, I used to drink liquor. For smoking, I didn't used to smoke. So, the first thing they told me was, stop drinking liquor. You see, smoking worsens kidney disease and cardiovascular risks. You see, alcohol also disrupts fluid balance in your body. And also, liquor can interact with medication. Interaction means it can negatively react with medication. So I was instructed to stop drinking liquor and stop smoking. Although I didn't used to smoke. I was also instructed to stop smoking once I was placed on dialysis. I was also instructed to stop living sedentary life. You see, I was told to exercise because it helps improve your circulation. You see, blood circulation and all that. Exercise also reduces fatigue and supports mental health. You see, but I was also instructed to always check with your doctor before starting any routine. If you want to start working out or doing exercises, involve your doctor in the process. You see, I mean, every little thing you want to do, your doctor has to be involved. Also, I had to stop assuming I could eat like before. You see, I had to stop assuming I can eat anything like before, because my diet was restricted from day one. You see, dialysis doesn't restore kidney function. So what you need is a tailored diet for renal patients, for you to survive and feel better. So there is a strict diet that they'll give you for you to survive and at least feel normal like other people, but the choice is up to you. No one is going to force you to eat that diet strictly, but they'll give it to you. They'll give you all the foods you're supposed to eat, and also they'll mention the foods you're not supposed to eat. But it's now up to you as an individual. If you want to go that route, well and good for you. But if you go the opposite side, your chances of living diminish very fast. I was also instructed, once I was placed on dialysis, to stop ignoring mental health. You see? Because even the doctors know dialysis can be emotionally draining. Depression and anxiety are very common with dialysis patients. One, you are told to not isolate yourself. See? You have to seek support groups. You have to find a group of people who are going through the same things you're going. For me, I started with joining groups of other dialysis patients or kidney failure patient groups on WhatsApp, also on Facebook, so that when I feel low, I just go in there, start up a conversation, keeps me busy for a few maybe minutes, feels refreshing, because in most of those groups, they just share encouraging messages. There's no prescribing any medication for anybody. We're just talking about our struggles, you see. So you're supposed to seek support groups. Also, you're supposed to seek therapy. You see, you have to seek therapy because your life will have to change forever. And when I say forever, it's forever for real. Because even when after you've done maybe your kidney transplant, you can never live like before. See? So you should not ignore mental health. Seek support groups. Do not isolate yourself. Seek therapy. Also, talk to your doctor. Like I said, any small thing you want to do, talk to your doctor so that you can get his opinion based on your medical condition. So just to summarize, things that I had to stop doing when I was placed on dialysis. One, I had to stop eating high potassium foods. I had to stop eating high phosphorus foods. I also had to stop drinking too much water or fluids. I had to stop taking over-the-counter medication. I had to stop missing dialysis appointments. I had to stop eating processed and fast foods. I had to stop drinking and smoking. By drinking, I mean alcohol. I had to stop living sedentary lives, start doing exercises here and there. I had to stop assuming I could eat like before. I had to stop ignoring mental health. And also lastly, I had to restrict my travel because of dialysis. Because now I'm supposed to be doing dialysis twice a week. That means I cannot travel long distances, where maybe I need 2 days to travel, 2.5 days to travel. So I all my travel plans had stopped. Thank you again for watching. Until next time, ciao. And lastly, don't forget to subscribe.